today. It is October 19th, 2012. And what do you think I'm going to be making with dry yeast and cinnamon? It's White Cat's Vlogs, it's cooking hour, and we are going to make my grandma's famous cinnamon rolls. Something she has made every single year for Maple Leaf. And this year she doesn't get to. I can't tell you why, personal reasons, but I can tell you that I will show you what she uses and how she makes it. But it's going to stay in the family recipe book. I can just tell you what's in there and how we're going to make it. If you really want to know how to make cinnamon rolls, just look up the recipe online. You can basically look up any recipes online and get what you want. And you can make something similar. But I can give you some ideas. So, let's get started. Oh, and apparently my mom said you can make buttermilk with this vinegar that she uses for the laundry, which I think is weird, and just regular milk. So we'll just have to see about that. And yes, I am babysitting my nephew, and he needs to be quiet while I turn it. He's watching Wimpy Kids. Diary of Wimpy Kids, which is probably a bad news. Anyways, let's get started. So now I got a bowl, a cup, 2 yeast taken out, and this. Wonder what I'm gonna do with all this. Okay, before we get started, if you have long hair, put it up in a ponytail so you don't get any hair on any of the food. Put your sleeves up if you got long sleeves on. And wash your hands. That way, you know you have clean, beautiful hands. And I use warm water anyway, so just turn on the hot and then wash your hands. And as you're washing your hands, you can feel the water. And then once it gets warm, you will know. Okay, I just did that. You need some. So I'm going to put some in a big large bowl like it says. They wanted warm water, so we did the warm water. And we have to dissolve some yeast. So let's dissolve some yeast. Now, I've never dissolved yeast before, so I don't know how this would turn out. But if you're curious what the yeast looks like, it smells good, but that's what the yeast looks like. Just so you know. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be, or if I have to do it in 2 parts, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, it didn't say anything about stirring till it dissolved. It says, dissolve yeast in warm water in large bowl. Heat to medium oil. So while this is dissolving, I guess we're supposed to use a stove. It doesn't really say use a stove, but it wants us to heat to medium oil, sugar, and buttermilk. So apparently, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to. But I don't think I'll need that much, so I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to use this little one that needs cleaned out. And it says medium. So I'll just try to figure it out. This is the first time I'm making it with you guys, so yeah, I'll just put the oil, the sugar, and the buttermilk in, and we'll see. Wonder what I'm going to use all this for. Oh yeah. Don't got much oil. My mom told me not to use the other oil. No way. Okay, my mom told me it's not good to use this kind of oil, or EVOO that Rachel Ray uses, or this one, and I don't know why. She just says this is better, regular oil, so yeah. Also, here's a good tip with the oil. Try not to make a mess with oil, because oil is really hard to clean off of anything or anywhere. It's even going to be hard to clean this. So when you work with oil, be careful. Okay, Okay, now that we got the sugar and the oil in there, let's read what else. We need to put the buttermilk, and this is how you're going to make that. For anybody that doesn't have buttermilk, my mom says this works. I don't know, we'll just have to see. Now we got this device, and it says on there 1/8 teaspoon, 1/4, 1/2, 1/3, and 1. And that would be easy to use because less cleaning. See? But I don't know how accurate and how good it is, so I'm not going to use this one. I just wanted to show you that there's different methods to measuring. If you're going to the store and you're finding something cheap because you're low on budget, or you're at the or you're in a little apartment and you're needing the space, this is the kind you can get for that. But it doesn't work for tablespoons, unfortunately. So it says, so for this buttermilk, to make it, my mom says to use 1 1/2 teaspoons of vinegar, and then whatever much milk you need, which is, for this recipe, 1 1/2 cup. So 1 1/2. So let's get started. So I'm going to need teaspoons, which is these. These are old school teaspoons that we've had for years. So let's get started with that without making a mess. And just in case you're going to make a mess, you do it over a sink. Oh, I was supposed to add that with milk. Oh, and then stir milk together. Oh, I'm so stupid. It's all good, guys. I don't need the sugar anymore. I'll move you guys over here. Sorry. Just such a mess. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. But yeah. I have a feeling this ain't going to turn out good. That's all I gotta say, because I need a 1 1/2 cup. And I don't have 1 1/2 cup. Well, I do, I just don't want to get it out. It's a bitch to clean. So we're going to do 1 1/2, which is just 3 of those, so of the half, so we're good. And I'm going to stir it together, and then it should make buttermilk. I'm using soy milk, so you might want to use regular milk for this to work. We just didn't have regular milk, and I'm not using out-of-dated milk. Sorry. Just stir it up. I know I already put a half whatever in there, but it should still work. It's supposed to be lukewarm. I don't even know what I'm doing! So after I do that, I'm supposed to add two yeast, mix well, add dry ingredients, mix well, place in a plastic bag. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to stir this and see what happens. So it says, add to yeast, mix well. So, I don't know if you can see all this. Yeah. There's that. There's that. We mix them together and we'll basically see what the hell is going on here. Just going to pour that right in there. And it says mix well, so we are going to mix well. And then all the dry ingredients get mixed, so. Don't taste bad. And it should look like this by the end of it. Now it says, add dry ingredients. I hate when it says add dry ingredients because when you read the rest of it, you place it in a plastic bag, bread bag works well, let it rise 10 minutes, preheat, blah blah blah, and then you're going to add white and brown sugar sprinkles or butter, you know, all the dry ingredients. So is that what's written up here, which is baking soda and the flour and the salt? I don't know. I'm so lost and confused. We're gonna try this and see what the hell we're doing. But yeah. We'll just go with the first thing, which is 4½ cups of flour. So we need 4½ cups of flour. Hopefully it's still good. And I don't know if it's going to all fit in this small little bowl I got. I'm sure I had a bigger bowl. Of course I'm going to have to do dishes after. Always clean up after yourself. Okay. Got that taken care of. Okay. So we need 4½ cups of flour. And I'm going to try and see if I can... Oh yeah. Let's see if I can use this, because it'll be easier. This makes 2 cups, so I can do 2 plus 2, which is 4, and then I can find 1/2 and do 1/2. So, should be good. We'll see how this works. I use a big spoon, because if I use a big spoon, I can get more in there quicker and faster. Let's get that out of the way because it's in our way. Got crap everywhere. But I'm trying to see if you can see me. Okay. I'm going to do the 1/2 first because it'll be easier. Once you get all this white stuff in there, it's going to be just a mess to deal with. The 1/2 cup. I think I'll use the 1/2 cup for this because it's not working out so great. That way I'll know I have a 1/2 cup. Whatever falls into that I can just reuse. For the 4-cup. Sorry about my nephew yelling. I'm just making a mess, that's all. At least we got the half out of the way, and we can do the 4 cups, and it'd be all peachy keen. Okay, now let's try again. Okay, there's 2 cups. We need 1 more cup. Okay, now after I did that, I'm going to knead it up. Now we got to mix well, and I think I'm going to need a big bowl. What do you think? I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl. So, that's what the dough looks like after you mix it well. And yes, I put it in this big old Blockbuster bowl that we got for free with some popcorn. Anyways, okay, it works for the purpose. Okay, now I'm supposed to add, put this in, it says, put this in a plastic bag. A bread bag works well. So put it in a bread, so if you have a bread bag, put it in there. Since we do not, we are going to use just a plastic bag. I don't know if it means a plastic sack or one of these, but we're just going to put it in one of these and see what happens, because what we're going to do is we're going to let it rise for 10 minutes while the oven is preheating. So we're going to have to get the stove all ready, preheat all that, and set the timer and all that stuff. And I just realized I didn't put the baking soda and the salt in here, so I'm going to do that real quick and then mix it. So it's 1/2 teaspoon. Just sprinkle it around. And the salt is 1. Salt. 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 Then I'll stir that up a little bit, and then I'll put it in the bag. Can't believe I forgot those 2 ingredients. Anyways, probably going to use my hands to get it in the bag, because it'll be easier. Now, this process, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, I just have to gotta let it rise for 10 minutes because of the yeast. Some recipes say an hour. So, make sure you find one that's not so long. And make sure you don't drop this all over the place. Make a big old mess. Let me get the bag. Got some of it in the bag. Oh my God, Grandma, how do you do just showed us kids. Okay, I got most of it in the bag. I'll probably do some of the cleaning while it's doing its job. That way I can get that partly done, because if you wait until the end, you're going to have tons to clean, and if you do it while it's rising, it'll be much easier. Now I gotta wash my little Huns. Get all this stuff off my hands. I'm going to close her up. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to anyways. So right here, we're going to leave it for 10 minutes. And I don't know what any of this is going to look like, because I've never watched my grandmother make this. Because used to, when I was little, my grandma would wake up early in the morning and she'll have these made already for us, because some lady would come and buy them from her. And she would, from the lady, she would sell them to her and then give them to her and be all done, and then have some left over for us. Now keep the flour out, because you're going to need it later. Get all the recipes, put them to the side, and start cleaning up and getting that ready. And then I gotta get a snack for my nephew because he's hungry for a little snacky snack. So when we come back, make sure you preheat the oven to like 450 or whatever it says on your recipe. And when I get back, I'll have most of this cleaned up and ready to go. Okay. Did all this. That dish is in the sink, and nephew's going crazy, and then I got this. It's rised. Now if you have a cookie sheet, like one of those white ones that you can put on here, that'd be great. Less of a mess. You don't want to plop that right on there. And then what my grandma does is she'll use a whole table, and she'll take bags. You know those bags that you get at the grocery stores and stuff, and she'll cut it sideways, down the middle, and then open it up, and she'll put it on there, and then right when it's done, she just lifts up, throws it away. If you don't have aluminum foil to do this job, you just put a whole bunch down, because you're going to need a whole bunch, and a big space, and I got shit everywhere in the way. It's just ridiculous. And I might be running out of battery, by the way. Boil! Throw that on the bottom. Because you gotta put flour down. And we need one more. And I like to wrap it around the ends here, just to be on the safe side. If you have bigger foil than this, that would work perfect. This is too small. If you don't have foil and you have a box or something, you can cut the box up, put it on there, whatever you can use that you can easily just pick up and toss in the garbage. And it has to be flat. Now let's get the recipe. Now the recipe says, dump dough from bag into floured surface. So we got to flour this with flour. So I just like to get my hands in there and grab a little bit of flour. That way when you grab the dough, your hands are floured as well. wish my sleeves would stay up because I've gotten flour all over my clothes. On your hands! Stupid shirt. We also need a rolling pin. You also want to flour your rolling pin too. But anyways, put that down right there. Just put my hands right back in the flour. So ruin that. Okay, and then take it out of the bag. I don't know how I'm going to take it out of the bag, but we'll just see. Apparently just like that. So it should look like this when it pops on. Ooh, shit. Okay, my battery is about to die, so I decided to change it anyways, because if I didn't, it would just, my hands would be dirty and then I'd have to change them. Okay, I'm wearing my work shirt, underneath work shirt, because I'm tired of trying to lift up my sleeves, and when my hands get dirty, I don't want to have to deal with that. So if you have that problem, do the same. Okay. I got flour everywhere. Make sure you get flour on your hands. When you touch this, you're going to be flattening this down so you can roll it. And I don't know if this surface is big enough to roll it or what, but we'll just see how we do it. And you just sprinkle a little bit on the... You just do what the recipe says. This one says preheated dump. You don't want too much flour because that'll mess up your dough. Okay, I did that. Now I gotta flip it. Flip it and reverse it. Flip it and reverse it. That's a good song, by the way. And there's flour all over the back of it. And I'm just flatten it out as well. Then we grab my roly-poly pin. I'm going to flour just a little bit of it. And then we're going to roll. My nose is itching. I'll probably edit some of this out. I just don't want to do it while I got dirty hands. Just to make sure all the nooks and crannies and cracks get good. And hoping it's right. And this thing makes noise. And women used to, back in the day, go, I'm going to beat you with this because you're a butch. Anyways, just teasing. I'm running out of room to put. The recipe says, right over here, roll into rectangles, 1/4 inch thick, brush with 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So, I guess I can wash my hands now. So, it says 1/4 inch. I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to improvise. And we'll see how I do. Here it is. So let me go get the other ingredients that we'll need. And then, yeah, we'll get started. Okay, I'm kind of confused. I'm going to put you down like there because I'm going to need the sugar in a minute. But I don't care if you can see my face, but I'm kind of confused with what this is saying. It's saying roll into rectangle. Now rectangle is like this. But it says roll. And then we brush on 4 tablespoons of butter. Sprinkle some white and brown sugar over the butter. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of cinnamon over the sugar. Roll as a jelly roll. Cut into 1½ slices. So I made it kind of like a triangle. So I guess I'm supposed to sprinkle all this stuff, roll it, cut it, and then do it again. So I'm just so confused. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to brush on 4 tablespoons of butter. So I got to figure out 4 tablespoons. Got to brush, so I got to melt it, brush it on. Which means I got to find my mom's brush. I have no idea where she would put that brush because we haven't used it in ages, and I hope. So I'm melting the butter, and then I can't find a brush. I don't know what happened to it. I remember what it looks like because it had a real thing on it. I don't know what my mom did with it. I forgot to ask her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit on here and then spread it with this, and we'll just see how that goes, or I might grab it with that, and I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm supposed to put all of this on there anyways. So, just have to see how I do it. Put you down here so you can I hope you can see what I'm doing. We'll just, see, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on there. If you have any other tips or ideas when you make yours, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you make this item, please show me a picture at my like page, White Cats, on Facebook, or you can tiny pick it to me if you don't want no one else to see it. And I would love to show people your artwork. Also, you can make a video response to get a shout out showing your artwork, and you will definitely get a shout out. So don't think you won't, because you will. Put the butter all in one corner, like area. Now that I'm out of butter, put this to the side in case I need to melt more butter sometime. Just set it wherever I have room. I'm so going to have to clean this floor because I just got butter dripping on the floor. But that's what it's supposed to look like, in case you can't see from there. Then it says, after I do that, I sprinkle some white and brown sugar. About a half a cup of brown sugar and a half a cup of white. So I'll do white first and then we'll do brown, because I gotta check the brown one. So we need a half a cup again, and I just don't think I cleaned it. So let me do that real quick. It's got flour and gucky all up in it. And then take this and wipe it out, and then we'll get started. Now, if you have any other ideas of things you would like to see me try to cook, and if I have it around the house, I could try to cook it. So let me know in the comments also. Now let's get some sugar, which is behind you, camera. Oh. I didn't get a whole lot. Means I'm going to have to take a spoon. More of this. Sorry, it's right behind you. Okay, close enough. We're supposed to sprinkle it on, so let's do that. Make sure you don't sprinkle it all in one area, and you sprinkle it where it says to sprinkle it. And yes, this is really fattening because of all the sugars that you're using and butters and things like that. Now we need the brown sugar. So hold on just one bit. looking at this going, oh, this looks so old, gross, icky. I'm supposed to check it. If it's hard, I'm supposed to put a new one in. Because we don't use brown sugar much. In my opinion, it's not hard. If you keep your brown sugar covered pretty well, it'll last you a long time. And my mom just thinks, oh, it's gonna be hard. It's dumping, get new. And I'm like, are you for reals? But I think I'm gonna check it anyways. Just to be on the safe side, since this is the first time I'm making it, in case this don't work. I mean, yes, you're just sprinkling this on there. So, no, I'll keep it because we're just sprinkling on there. So it's not like, if you don't want so much sugar or so much brown sugar, you can downsize it. You don't have to put it on there. You can put chocolate chips instead. You can put other things. So, yeah, we'll just keep it because it's still soft. It's not hard. Mamas don't know nothing, I guess. I don't know. Someone should ask this question to Hey Kaylee since she cooks a lot. Now, it says sprinkle this on here, but how can you sprinkle it when it's a mush like that? So, I just take it out over it and put it in my hand and just do it like this. And then if there's any big chunks, I'll move them around. Be much easier. Now I don't know how many this is going to make, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to wash my hand off. And now we're going to roll it. Okay, now we're going to roll this. Now, let me look on here real quick. Do that real quick. First, it helps if you do 1 tablespoon of this. I mean, I already did it, and it was gross. But I don't know if I posted it, and if I didn't post it, I don't know where the video went. But I'm not going to do it again for you guys to see. Okay, we are not sprinkling more. It says, what does it say? Yeah, we're supposed to sprinkle it, but how do you know which is, and you don't want too much of this because it's hot. So do it over the sink so you don't spill it. Yes, it's really hot. So we're just going to sprinkle it in certain areas. That's why you don't want too much. Unless you like spicy, then do it. Or if you just want to do it as a joke for a friend, do it in the little corner and make sure you know that corner. Tell a friend, eat this piece. This piece is the best. If you like this piece, eat it. It's the best. Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to look like. Now I think we roll it up. And get stuff out of the way. Oh, and make sure you cover up your brown sugar when you're done, or it's going to get hard. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't be good. And if you're done with it, I don't think we are. I'll just put it to the side. Okay, now it says, I guess we'll just do it like this and see how it goes. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. Can you move it? Oh, shit. Ah, it's sticking to this paper. If I can get it moved. God damn it. Get off this paper. kit. So far, so good. So it looks like that when you're done. I was supposed to cut this, so let's see how this turns out. Before I cut it, let's read the rest of the recipe. To prepare a pan, place 1.5 sticks of butter in a 15-inch jelly roll pan. Place pan in oven to melt butter while dough is rising. Add small amounts of white syrup. So I think I put the white syrup over here. My mom got corn syrup because we didn't know exactly what kind. So I hope we got the right kind. Place pan in oven to melt while dough is rising. Add a small amount of white syrup in melted butter. Okay. Place pan in, okay. I'm confusing myself. Place pan in oven to melt butter. While dough is rising, add small amounts of white syrup to melt butter. Sprinkle brown and sugar over butter and syrup mix in bottom pan. So we gotta do that. Now, I don't know what kind of pan I'm supposed to use. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use this size, but I think any size would work. So before I cut that, we're going to do the butter thing. And I'm just going to set it over here on the stove so it can start getting hot and melted while on the stove. And I don't know where to place you so you can see that. So, sorry. Maybe I could place you up here. Yeah, you look right there, just as long as you don't fall or shake or something, because that would be fucked. Nah. I like you better right there. Anyways, let's get the butter back out. You know it's 8. So, I guess we just set it in here and let it melt. And I was supposed to do this while the bread was rising for 10 minutes. Oopsies. But I'm just going to break it in half to help it melt easier. You guys don't have to do that, but I will because it helps it melt better. I started this project at 10 o'clock and now it's only 11:30. So that's how long it takes to make these. So make sure you have enough time and you do it the night before or the day before so you're not struggling that day. So I broke all these like I wanted to make it easier to melt. Now you don't have to melt it like that if you want. You can just melt it in the fridge or in the sink. Alright, microwave, sorry. Whatever's easier for you. And then it says, I'm trying not to get the recipe wet. My mom would kill me if I got it wet. Okay. Now the recipe says, after I, pan, slices, 15 by 10 and a half pan basically. And place pan in oven to melt while dough is rising. Add small amounts, so it just says add small amounts of this stuff. It doesn't say I have a certain amount, so just add. So let's open this up. Now I don't know if this is the exact stuff, it just says syrup, so hopefully we got the right stuff. And I believe this is just like oil, so you want to be careful with it. Here we got a small amount. Then we'll sprinkle the other 2 stuff that it asks. So I'm going to get a spoon. Well, I almost put that in the flour. Oopsies. It just says sprinkle a little bit. Just sprinkle it. And then we'll be done. And then we'll do the same thing with the brown sugar that is way over here by the microwave. Can you see me? I'm being a creepo. And then you just sprinkle it on. I think we're going to get some more because go very good. I'm going to make sure I get every nook and cranny with it. Okay. Did that. So I'm going to grab the recipe again. Make sure you check that once in a while for melting. And while that's melting, you can do a little more cleanup. The more cleanup you do as you go along, the easier it is at the end, especially when it's cooking. We have these to get them out with. I would go ahead and cut that and just leave it, but that would take forever because I wouldn't know where to put the pieces, so we'll just wait and do some dishes. Got more dishes to add to the pot. And I don't need anything else. It's only supposed to cook for 20 minutes. So, however many you have to make, there you go. And if you have to double the recipe to make more, I don't know how much more you'd have to do. I would just make that and then cook it, and then if that's not enough, then make another batch. That is my opinion on that. Okay, we're back. And I don't know what a ½ inch is, or 1 inch, sorry. So I'm just going to improvise myself and put them in the pan. Now your first one may not come out correctly because it's not straight, but your second one is straight, so you know it'll come out perfect. And I hope I'm making them thick enough, because this is how thick I'm doing it, so I hope that's good. Now the recipe, it doesn't say about sprinkling anything on top. Yeah, it doesn't. So, this is the part where I get nervous. I'm going to show you doing the first ones, and then I'll show you the finished project, so you don't have to see me do all of these. My grandma did say when they stick together, you can just take a knife and cut them. So, looks good on the inside though. See? They're basically sticky buns, but we call them cinnamon rolls. Because my grandma tweeted the recipe a little bit. Let's see how that looks. So I'm going to put that pan in there, and we're going to see how that turns out. And hopefully the first batch is yummy, yummy. Nervous. So nervous. Because I don't even have a place to put them once they're out of the thing. So I'm going to have to make an area for that. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Dish is completed. That is ready. That is ready to be cooked. Almost done cooking. And this is what it looks like inside. while cooking. Hope it does good. Oh my gosh. I think I might get out the brown sugar and sprinkle some on top, because it's hard on the top and soft on the bottom. What do you guys think? See what I'm saying? If it doesn't work the first time, try again. So this time I'm going to probably sprinkle some on top and see what happens. Or maybe I need to sprinkle more butter. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I was supposed to flip these over when I put them on here. But that one looks about right. Now the first batch never turns out the way you want it to, but the second and third and fourth start getting to looking like you want them to. So I believe these, second batch, look just like my grandmother's. And they taste just like hers too. Here's a little piece right here. Oh shit! Let's do a taste test before I drop my camera and break it. Another good tip with this butter is make extra, because first do the amount that it says in a pan, then make extra to put, because the more you make, the more it's going to absorb into that batch and it's going to be gone. That's my tip. Should have put some butter in the bottom of that pan if I cooked these, because oops. Hey, first time trying. Did better than I expected. Now cleaning that in this pan. Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm going to have to let it soak for a while. Hopefully Mom will just let me leave it in the water. Now I'll come home and then I'll come home and do it. Because I don't know. Maybe she'll help me out and do it for me. I don't know. But it's going to be hard. I know that for sure. And I've got an hour and 15 minutes before work, so got the last two in there, and I found this to put them in. Now I'm going to show you how to put them in here really quick. It's that easy. Okay, let's pull this up. Basically, you just grab one and set it right there. Grab another one, set it right there. You get at least 5. Maybe this tiny one. And then take the aluminum. I just love saying aluminum. Anyways, you get it however big you need it, how long you need it, and let it, when you push it down for the first time, let it so that these will go up to the wall. And then when you go to do the second time, fold it so that it fits right on top. And then people can see that there's different layers to it. And then the last layer, you just put it on there, and then you can take it off when you get there. And you just pop it in there, just like so, just like that, and voila! And you can put the other ones on. Thanks for watching. I had fun with this little experience. I did pretty good. Hope my grandmother's proud. And I'll talk to y'all later in my Maple Leaf vlogs. And if you want those up soon, if this goes up first, let me know in the comments. Keep bugging me and I'll get them out. If not, sorry. But I'll try to put a link somewhere at the end of the so that you can click on it and go to the vlog, or you can go to video responses and it'll be there for sure. Anyways.